All right, and we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this month's live stream. And here we go. I'm going to try some interesting things today, some different things, so we'll see how it goes. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, evening, wherever you are. And in fact, if anyone is out there, could you just let me know where you're streaming from, where you're joining us from, just in the chats. Just let me know. And that would be great. I'm just going to put up my chat here. Hey, Ian. Good to have you. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, as I say, let me know where you're joining us from. I've got a few things I'm going to try out today, a bit of sort of interaction things. And also let me know that you can hear me okay and that it sounds okay. Sounds okay in my ears. It's not distorting or anything, but you know, you never know how things turn out the other end to everyone else. So Lancashire, nice one. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, cool. And I think I'm just gonna get straight to the first song, just start us up while we're waiting for more people to join. Loud and clear, perfect. Thanks, Ian. Hi, Bob. How's it going? Thanks for joining. So I'm going to start with, as I say, if anyone could just mention in the chat where you're joining us from. And I'll show at the end a little interaction thing, a bit of a gimmick. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but it's it should be interesting. Yeah, this first one is Bonnie Ship the Diamond, and if you've never heard of Bonnie Ship the Diamond, it's basically about when a fleet of ships from Scotland set sail up to Greenland and Iceland, and back when we were hunting for whales, when we fishermen hunt whales back in the day, they set sail and a whole load of ships went off to this new waters that they'd never trod before or sailed before. And yeah, little did they know, most of them never made it back. They all froze or drowned. And this was a song actually they sung as they were setting sail, as they were going off. So it's a bit of a positive song, but little did they know they never made it back. But this is the story behind it anyway. So if anyone else is joining, then welcome, welcome, welcome. If you could let us know where you're joining from, just drop in the chat where you're joining us from. It'll just be really interesting to know. And I got a little feature thing to see how many people. See how many different places everyone's watching from. And this is Bonnie Ship the Diamond. The diamond's a ship, me love. The Davis Straits she's bound. Quay is all garnished when bonny lasses round. Don't always them for a while, and you beats on the blue. When we return to Peterhead, we'll have sweethearts and do. And it's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail. When the bonny ship the diamond goes a-fishing for the whale. the quay at Peterhead, the lasses stand around with their quail shawl about them and salt tears running down. Don't you weep, my bonny lass, though you've been left behind. The rose will grow in Greenland's ice before we change our mind. And it's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail. When the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale. Here's health to the Resolution, likewise the Eliza Swan. Here's health to the Battle of the Monstro and the Diamond Ship of Fame. We wear trousers of the white and jackets of the blue. We return to Peterhead, we'll have sweethearts and do. And it's cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail. When the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes a-shipping for the whale. Cheer up, me lads, let your hearts never fail. When the bonny ship, the Diamond, goes a-shipping for the whale. All right. So, like I said in the first, before I played that song, that was Bonnie Ship the Diamond, by the way. If you could let us know where you're joining us from. For anyone that has just joined us, welcome to the live stream. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Hey Ian, thanks for the question. The tuning, that was just Dadgad. Most of the time, I'm just playing Dadgad and just capo on the second fret here. But it was like, I'm in A minor, so I like to do this. I like to play in different keys with my open tunings a lot, especially Dadgad, because I know it the best. So yeah, that was in A minor, but in Dadgad. And if anyone else has any questions, keep them coming. I'm gonna, I'll be able to after a song, be able to sort of look at the questions and stuff like that. But great that you're joining, and great that you can all hear me. That's all good. It's always a bit nerve-wracking with these live streams because you're never really sure how it's going to go, how it's going to pan out, and I always like to make it way more complicated than I need to make it. It's just who I am. I get a bit geeky with this stuff, and then the more things you use, the more things that can go wrong. It's always the case. But I like to kind of use all these different things. It's fun. Great. So, all right. What gonna do now? I'm just gonna do a little show you this interaction here. Here we go. Oh, one sec. Just look at the. Thanks. Yeah, disguised dad very well. Yeah. Try that A minor. I use it a lot. It's a great one. It's finding keys, that that you can have a lot of the open strings kind of are in the same key as well. Like A minor, there's a lot of D's and A's and G's in there, so I tend to do this. A lot of G major as well, and G minor as well as another two that I like to use. They have a lot of these, so you can use a lot of open strings in there as well. Of course, there's other amazing players like Pierre Bensison that, he's able to just play dadgad and make it sound completely different in all keys. He can, because he's really good at, he can basically use his first finger like a capo and then keep on playing. It's really quite incredible. If you haven't heard of Pierre Bensison, then really check him out. He's an incredible player. Been using dadgad for years, exclusively. But yeah, try that A minor tuning for sure. So basically what I have here, it's hoping that a few more people would would try it. But it's basically, I'm trying these interaction things, and we'll see how it goes. So I can share my screen, and then you can kind of see where everyone is kind of joining from. It's able to take all the points. So we've got. It didn't pick up Scotland for some reason. There, Bob. Sorry, but I'll go back. It's it'll be an interesting thing, when I get more people coming, and then from different countries. It'll be definitely quite interesting to see where everyone's joining from. Just a bit of a visual thing for everyone. So let's move on to the next one. So I guess I've just got a few questions. I want to make it a bit more interacting, and I've got a few more sort of questions to ask everyone, if that's okay. And one of my questions is, for everyone that's here, are you more into, do you like guitars? Are you here for guitars, or are you here for songs? You can be here for both as well. You can do both. But if you can just put in the answer, just don't write guitars or songs. Put 1 for guitars, number 1 for guitars, and put number 2 for songs. If you're interested in both, then put 1 and 2. And we'll see what COM says. There probably won't be enough people to sort of make it worthwhile, but it's definitely interesting. I'm trying these different sort of interaction things, and it's definitely interesting for me to get the information, to know what sort of people are here. Maybe you just like listening to my songs, and you like listening. That's cool as well. 1 and 2. Thanks, Ian. Cool. And just put the number 1 guitars, 1 for guitars, and 2 for songs. And then while you're doing that, I will play another song. And I'm going to use this one here. This is Frankenstein. If you haven't seen my video on Frankenstein, go and check it out. It's I guess you could call it like I've heard the term banjitar, I think it is. Banjitar. I'm not sure how I feel about that name, but 2. Thanks, Bob. Thanks for banjitar. I don't know. What do you think? Would it stick? I hadn't really seen many of them out. So this is a 12-string kind of banjo, guitar, resonator, or whatever you will. I can't even remember where I found it. It was years ago. I think my dad might have seen it somewhere for me and kind of picked it up somewhere. Maybe a flea market, or maybe I did. I can't remember. Anyway, it's a beast. And it was actually, I left it, my parents live in Italy, and I left it in Italy for years and years. But I finally brought it over, like, I don't know, less than a year ago now. But it's so big, it's so long, it's just ridiculous. There's no case. I couldn't even find any case for it. And so I had to actually take the neck off and to actually get it on the plane and transport it over here to Berlin. So so it was a bit crazy, and then I glued the neck back on, and you know, I know a few things, but my luthier skills are not very high at all. So yeah, I think I need to kind of take it to a luthier and see what they can do with it, because slowly but surely the action is just getting like ridiculously high now, and it's getting hard to play. That's why I'm playing it with a slide as well, actually. But yeah, I think there's probably things I can do to it. I need to look over it, and but it's a very interesting, unique sound. And I just wrote this song, literally just wrote it recently, so I need to have the lyrics up. I apologize. I'm sorry about that. I usually like to have the lyrics by hand, but it's so new. I thought I'd just share it with you. You might have seen it already on one of my posts, but yeah, I'm gonna kind of share it with you. And if anyone's joining who hasn't done the poll, just let me know what you're here for. If you like guitars more, or if you like my songs more, or both. Are you into guitars, or are you into songs? 1 for guitars, 2 for songs. And I'm gonna play this whilst people are doing that. And this is Get What's Coming. By the way, if you have any questions regarding Frankenstein, then please let me know and I'll answer them after this. One dark and stormy evening, the rain was pouring down. The pub inside was heaving, outside couldn't hear a sound. One man inside was louder than all the rest combined. His manners were fouler than the worst of the worst you'll find. He's gonna get what's coming. He's gonna get what's coming. The night was drawing later, the rain was coming through, the street cats seeking shelter, and the foxes too. This man came up to another in a drunken, furious rage, said, "You want to meet your maker? I'll have that arranged." He's gonna get what's coming. He's gonna get what's coming. That was Get What's Coming. New song coming soon. So, if you've just joined us, welcome. Yeah, as I say, if you have any questions regarding any of the guitars, any of the gear, any of the microphones that I'm using, then, you know, feel free. Yeah, Ian, yeah, thanks for the question. The reverb, so I've got no reverb at all on any of the mics. The reverb was completely from the guitar. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I love about it. It's so... It just rings out. And it's actually, I should really have the mic set up kind of a bit more towards the head here, because usually I mic up a guitar kind of around the 12th fret. But this, it just, it kind of, it sounds okay. It does sound very tinny, but it, kind of, I don't know if you're listening on headphones, but definitely it feels more richer and bassier, and that's what I like about it. It's kind of like it has this deepness. I'm in a C tuning here, so I've lowered it down to a C tuning, so it has this kind of fullness with the 12 strings added as well. It's just this kind of crazy sounding instrument, which I love. But you know, it's not an expensive instrument at all. It's very... I'm not sure who made it or anything like that, but yeah, it's. I quite like these instruments that are kind of hotch-botched together. I don't know the word for it, but you know, I've got a Loudon right next to it, which is like a $3,000 guitar, and then I've got a hotch-botch kind of piece of whatever Frankenstein guitar right next to it. It's quite funny. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like a inbuilt Abbey Road chamber. Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. It's really, I'd really like to kind of get it properly recorded, get it mic'd up, maybe even put like a pickup in there as well, and kind of get every kind of resonant frequency out of it. That'll be fun to record with it. Absolutely. That's definitely gonna be on the next album. For sure. All right. So just to do this interaction again. Why not? I'll just do the interaction. I mean, there's not many people, but it's okay. I'll do the interaction. For some reason, it didn't... Bob, you're here. You did the 2 for the songs. For some reason it didn't it doesn't pick up all the things. It didn't pick up your 1 and 2 for some reason, Ian, but oh well, doesn't matter. As I say, it'll be interesting when there's more people kind of with all these things. But I'll just show you. I'll share my screen and I can show you kind of gives like a live poll So obviously it would have picked up Ian's poll there vote. But it's interesting, you know, something I could apply in more of like a workshop-y kind of vibe, I guess. But I thought I'd just show you that, try it out, why not? Yeah. So let's continue here. As I say, if you've got any more kind of questions about anything, feel free to ask. What am I going to do now? Put my set list here. All right. What I was going to do, because we're almost halfway. You did it again. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, probably because you put an and in the middle there. Yeah, thanks. I got it now. Yeah, nice. Awesome. Cheers. All right. What we're going to do now, I'm actually going to take this private stream. I'm actually just going to open this to the public. If I can do that. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to make it from private to unlisted. And, you know, we'll just see who comes in, you know. Why not? We'll just do that. There's a way I can do that. 1 second here. Just trying to figure out how I can do that. But bear with me 1 sec. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I think I've done it. Potentially, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens, you know. I'm going to do a song now. This is from my latest album. It's called Cold Tea. Just taking the capo off. Just going to give it a quick tune. All right. And if you think of any questions or anything, then feel free, just put them in and we'll answer them after. The tea's gone cold and my feet have froze in this house. The gas spill rose to my feet. I'm far too old to take this cold. The winter is near. Tea tea has gone cold. The tea has gone cold. The tea has gone cold. Sit and wait for my son. He's always late. He works too hard and needs a break. I shout so loud, I'm oh so proud. He'll get here soon, just you wait. The tea has gone cold. 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 Tea has gone cold. The tea has gone cold. The tea has gone cold. The tea has gone. That was cold tea. Hate it when the tea goes cold, huh? That's really annoying. Okay. Hello, everyone. If you've just joined, then feel free to say hello and drop us something in the chat. Let me just look at some of the comments. Okay. Maybe it registered in Wiltshire. Yeah, possibly, Bob. I'm not sure. Yeah, could be. All good. The vocal mic, yeah, this is a ribbon mic. It's really nice. I really like ribbons, especially for vocals. They just sound really warm and natural. It's a no hype audio. It's just a small company that makes these ribbon mics in Belgium. But they make them. They're able to make them pretty cheap because they have. Hold on, I'll just sort out my hair. One sec. They have. They make they have the parts made or something. I can't remember now, but they have the parts made cheaply. And then they do basically the most important part, the installing of the ribbon themselves in the shop. So that's how they're able to keep the price down. But this is it's like €200 ribbon mic, and it sounds really good. It's like a really, really nice ribbon mic for €200. It's like, yeah, it's really good. So yeah, using this, I'm not using any effects or anything like that. It's just I'm going into a program called OBS and I'm just using a limiter. That's it, really, just so I don't clip, that's it. But apart from that, just I am using a fat head. I never know how to pronounce them. There's like a tiny little booster preamp. It kind of just gives me a bit of juice. I'm not sure if you heard of them. I'm sure you have. They're like really good on ribbon mics. The Fethead Triton Audio Fethead. Yeah, check out these. No Hype Audio, they're called. No Hype Audio. I've got another ribbon mic. I don't know if you can see it. This old school one right at the back there. Right there. That's also one that they make. And they make a stereo one as well. They don't do too many things, but yeah, they're really nice. Really good stuff. Yeah. Okay. Facebook, not Google. Okay, Bob. Yeah. Possibly, yeah. All good. It'll be interesting, once I get some more people sort of with different locations and stuff like this. I was never able to make this from unlisted to public. This video whilst I'm streaming. Maybe that's something I can't do as I'm streaming at the same time. Not sure. Yeah, I have to look into that. Anyway, we just crack on. Just gonna have a look if there's another thing with this. Yeah. So I've got another question for you guys. Thanks for for doing these with me. I'm just interested. Are you into? So this is like a song question. What kind of songs would you kind of, in general, prefer? You probably like both, but slow and haunting or fast and fun? And fast and fun, that's just kind of what I thought of. So in terms of my songs and the songs that you hear from me, do you like sort of slow and haunting, number one, or fast and fun, number two? And fast and fun can be like twiddling around and kind of a fun song, I guess. I don't know. I haven't got many fast and fun songs, but it could be interesting just for the future kind of thing. So what would you prefer? What do you kind of draw to the most? Number one, slow and haunting. Number two, fast and fun. Just because it's quite like these polls. Be interesting to see what it. Yeah. You didn't think it was possible to switch midstream? Yeah, possibly not. Although I tried it the other day, and it seemed to work. But I mean, yeah, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, you know. It was... I'm just going to have another go. Bear with me one sec. I'm just going to have another go. So yeah. 1... What was it again? Hold on. 1, slow and haunting. 2, fast and fun. And just put in the number and nothing else, and we'll see. It's dun, 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 dun. Just gonna okay. Oh, I didn't press save. Potentially that could be it. Hold on. No, I don't think it's done it. Oh well. No, we'll continue. We'll continue. All right. One was slow and haunting, Ian. 1 slow and haunting, 2 fast and fun. Think of like the movie Too Fast, Too Furious, I guess. I don't know. All right. No, I'm gonna do a different guitar now. This one here. I'm gonna play the lap steel. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Hold on one sec. Just try another channel. Third time lucky. For some reason, it's not. Oh, that's why. Hold on. One sec. Sorry. I got it. There we go. You know why? You know why? It's because this is connected to a volume pedal, and the volume pedal was like that, and that means no volume. And it's because my son was down here earlier today, and he likes to do this with the volume pedal. He thinks it's great to just put his foot on the volume pedal and go, whoa, whoa, pretend he's driving a car or something. And I didn't think about that, and he left it off. So that's just what confused me. Oh well. Let's crack on. All right. All right, so let's do this. So this is my lap steel guitar. I'm just going to turn this mic off so it doesn't pick up any sounds. So give it a bit more volume. This is a homemade guitar, if you don't know about it. I built it a few years ago, but it was on my latest album, and yeah, it's a really nice sounding guitar. I really like it. Just switch to the other scene so maybe you can see me a bit better, kind of playing it. you have any other questions regarding this guitar, then feel free to ask away. But I'm going to play a song in the meantime. This is called For You. Ain't got much money, I can't hold a job, not very funny, and socially odd. But there's one thing that I can do, just this one thing that I can do. I sing this for you. I ain't much the business-minded man. I ain't got no grand scheme kind of plan. But there's one thing that I can do, just this one thing that I can do. Sing this for you. It's one thing about a lap steel, you can kind of just play it forever. It's just so much fun to play. Ah, very nice. Happy with anything you do. Thanks, Ian. Cheers. Thanks so much. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna show the results of the poll that we did. All right. So it's slow and haunting. It is. All right. There we go. Good to know. Thanks, guys. That's what I like anyway. You know, that's what I like. All right. So we're kind of coming to the end now. Just need to turn this mic back on. There we go. If you have any last little questions, then yeah, make sure you get them in before we come to the end. Just regarding anything, literally. It's on the next. I always forget which capo I'm supposed to do. Ah, that's a very good question, Ian. Next album. At the moment, I'm working on writing. Yeah, I'm working on writing. You'll definitely hear about it once I plan. Before I plan on recording anything, you'll definitely hear about it, you know. I think I'm kind of trying to work out what I'm doing generally all the time anyway, working out what I'm doing with all this, with all the online stuff, the YouTube and the live streams, and you know, because obviously I'm not gigging as much. And I'm really enjoying building this sort of community of both listeners and musicians. You know, so I'm kind of keen to see where I can take this and where this can go. And so, but at the same time, you know, I've got to write, and I've got to keep this, keep writing and keeping it part of, you know, because it's who I am, it's what I do, and I think there's in the past. I mean, I don't know if you've seen my the latest sort of vlog I've done about songwriting. I talk about songwriting a lot. It's kind of it's something that has never really been a kind of strict regular thing for me. It's always been something I just do when I get inspiration, but you know, that's when I didn't have as many commitments or have a family, and you know, and life wasn't as crazy, shall we say. So recently I've been having to sit myself down. So I talk about this thing of motivation versus inspiration, and it's kind of a mixture of both. You got to kind of be inspired to get something out, but at the same time you got to be motivated to sit yourself down and actually just do the work, you know. So it's a mixture of both, but I'm getting better at it, and I'm sort of sitting myself down, even if I write nothing at all. Um, yeah, my family's an issue, I've noticed. Yeah, hey Jasper, thanks, welcome, thanks for coming. Yeah, an issue. Nah, I think it's just something, just a hurdle that I have, not a hurdle, I don't want to say it's a hurdle, but it's something that I am having to kind of work around. And, in the past, I could just be inspired and just kind of write a song or record it there and then, but obviously, I do a lot of teaching. I do a lot of other stuff to kind of pay the bills and keep the money coming in, so it's, and I really enjoy teaching. I've always done it, and so I'm happy doing that, but it's definitely like, yeah, writing is something that should be priority, in some form of manner, if that makes sense. All right, so this is the last song. So yeah, I don't know if I actually answered your question, Ian, sorry. It's I'm hoping it will be 2024, basically. Hey Trevor, thanks. Yeah, the tuning is Open D on the lap steel. I'm just using Open D on the lap steel, yeah. But to go back to Ian, yeah, I'm hoping 2024. Yeah, we'll see if it's early 2024 maybe, or if it's later 2024. But with everything I have going on, I think it's I'm hoping to potentially be recording at the end of 2023. But we'll see. It all depends, Yeah. So, yeah, this is the last one. I'll end it with this one, and yeah, as I say, I'll do some questions after. Why not? If you think of any questions you have about any of the guitars or anything of the tunings or any of the gear, anything, then yeah, feel free to ask. This is a song called Dr. Price. It's on my first album, which is now 10 years old, which is a bit scary. And yeah, it goes like this. Was a man called Dr. Price who lived on lettuce, nuts and rice, and he worshipped both the moon and sun, and walked the hills with nothing on. Randy Doctor in his day brought many girls round the family way. These little bastards couldn't be seen from Pontypool to Pontyclean. The nonconformists didn't like the practices of Dr. Price. They said he wasn't nice to know. He had enormous libido. And I don't care a bugger. I don't care a bugger, no. I don't care a bugger, no. What anybody thinks of me. At the age of 88, the doctor thought he'd taken me. He married a girl called Gwen Leanne. He was the father of her son. My doting dad was Dr. Price. He named the Jesus Christ. He wrapped it in a flannel shawl. The bonniest bastard of them all. 1 year later, sad to say, the daughter's baby passed away. And after chapel late one night, he set that little corpse alive. And I don't care a bugger, and I don't care a bugger, and I don't care a bugger, no. What anybody thinks of me. When the local deacon saw the Dr. Price and broke the law, they shouted at him like a fee and put him under lock and key. The doctor told the magistrate he didn't care about his fate. It was the most hygienic way, and I'll be a famous man someday. And I don't care a bugger, I don't care a bugger, and I don't care a bugger, no. What anybody thinks of me. There we go. Thanks so much. So I'm just going to look at some of the questions and we'll answer them, and then we'll end it there. Thanks everyone. If you have any questions, please hit them up now, but it's also okay if you don't. All good. All right, let's have a look at some of the questions. Yeah. Wow, back in 2015, yeah, Ian. Oh, that was a long time ago. I was supporting Michael Chapman. Yeah, absolutely. There was some, I think I played in that was the Wigan Parish Church, right? Yeah, I did a few gigs there. That was really fun gig. I supported Michael Chapman and who else? Larkin Poe. I supported Larkin Poe there. Yeah, they're doing really well. I really like seeing their stuff. They're doing all kinds of tours all over the place. They're really big now. It's really, really nice to see them doing so well. But yeah, it was really nice playing in those gigs. Really enjoyed it. That was a long time ago though. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot, Jasper. Is it Jasper? It says North Jasper. I think I've been replying to you as Jasper. I'm just guessing that's your name. Hopefully it is. Sorry if it's not. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's being a parent and a musician. I think no one kind of prepares you for it in a way. I mean, it's hard being self-employed and a parent as well, alone. But being a musician, where especially if you know, traveling, gigging was my kind of half of my income as well as teaching. You know, yeah, it's really hard sort of adjusting to that. In fact, just a little story about touring and being a dad. I had a tour of the Netherlands actually, and it was on my son's first birthday. I had to leave him on his first birthday, and I was just holding him, and I was just crying. I couldn't go. I couldn't leave him. I did eventually, but it was the hardest thing I've ever done. It was really, really hard. And from then on, I realized that this is going to be too painful to do. So, you know, I'm trying to do more of these live streams. You know, it allows me to stay at home, you know, be with my son, and also connect with you guys. So, yeah. Just have a look at some of the other questions. Yeah, Wigan Parish Church, Ian. Yeah, that's it. Wigan Parish Church. Yeah, some good gigs there. Absolutely. Hi, Joe. Thanks for the question. Yeah, well, I mean, that's a good question about the tone. My strings are D'Addario EJ17 phosphor bronze strings. I really like them. To be honest, I haven't really experimented with many other strings. A lot of players that I looked up to used these, so I just kind of went for them. But I kind of need to replace them fairly often because they get dull after kind of a little bit. But they sound really nice. I really like them. I think it's a combination, you know, of tone, getting a combination of the instrument, and I think the right hand has a lot to do with the tone. I use nails on my right hand, and I used to use false nails, sort of, what do you call them? You know, the false nails type. But and I do sometimes go back to them, but my nails started kind of deteriorating a lot and getting kind of they get really soft and stuff. So I think it's a mixture of all these things: technique, what you're using, whether you're using skin or tone. With my nails, I tend to kind of have them at an angle, and quite short, not too long. So I'm able to sort of still pick with the skin and have this sort of, I like the skin sound, but if I want to have that nail, I can kind of dig in with the nail as well if I want to. So it's kind of adjusting to have a mixture of both a little bit, you know. And there's subtle things, of course, with technique and stuff. But you know, maybe that's a YouTube video to do, talking about tone specifically on acoustic guitars. But yeah, thanks for the question. Yeah, and the tone woods of the guitar, absolutely, and the whole everything about the guitar. I mean, Loudons definitely have a certain sound, I think, but definitely the player as well. It's a mixture, I think. Yeah. Hi, Trevor. Yeah, the tape recorder. I'm not doing it. I've got one here, right here. I love using the tape recorder for creative stuff. And I really got into that in the lockdown. I was doing lots of that stuff. I'm not as much anymore, just because it takes up a lot of time to sort of set it up. But I want to absolutely experiment with that. That's something that I want to experiment more with. I just kind of need to have it set up. It's just kind of set up here, but kind of set up so I can have everything kind of plugged in, and I don't have to plug in and out everything when I want to use it, you know. But it's definitely something I want to do more of, for sure, that tape recorder. Also just recording straight into the tape, you know. I love the sound of tape. It's really amazing. Yeah, but you can get lost in that world, the whole world of using tape as an instrument and being creative with it. Yeah, absolutely. It is Jasper. Okay, cool. Good to know. Thanks. Yeah, you're from Amsterdam. Yeah, I think you mentioned on my YouTube videos. Yeah. Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks so much. Oh, wow. Your son's 28, Ian. Wow. Teaches English in Japan. That's amazing. That's pretty cool. I'd love to go to Japan. That's one country I really, really want to go to. Maybe one day. My son really wants to go to Japan as well. Mainly because he's really into Ninjago. And he knows that, oh, ninjas, they're from Japan. And he loves sushi, and he loves the bullet train. So, you know, he wants to eat sushi on the bullet train. Yeah. Who doesn't, right? Hey, Jasper. Yeah. Coated or non-coated strings? Do you mean like the phosphor bronze, right? Is that what you mean by the coated strings? So they're phosphor bronze. Kind of give a bit more of a brighter sound, I guess. But as I say, I haven't really experimented too much with strings. It's something that I really would like to do. I know that can really have an effect. And I just know on these strings, they dull very, very quickly. I found, especially if I'm playing a lot and they get, you know, the strings dirty up, they get grease and stuff, all kinds of things on. So they're okay now. They're not completely brand new strings. They've been on for a week or so, but usually if I'm especially if I'm touring, if I'm doing like a lot of playing, then I'll change them every 2 weeks, sometimes even every week. But it depends on how much playing I'm doing. Yeah. All right, so I think we'll end it there. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you all. Yeah. So we'll have a great evening. And yeah, that's it. I'll sign off. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care.